Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Thomas Tarr. I'm a cinematographer, and today I'm going to be showing you a product over at Prism Lens Effects called the Cinema Hardstop VND. The name VND basically describes its function, right? It's a variable ND. And as a DP, there has been instances multiple times, I'm in the desert, you're fighting the sun, and to be taking off the matte box and be shuffling between an ND21 and an ND 1.2, and you lose time in that instance. So there has been, the utility of being able to just adjust your ND on the fly has always been super beneficial. And me personally, I have had VNDs in the past, and the issues I've found are a few things, right? They just turn forever, right? So if you were gonna dial in an ND3 or a 6, you kind of wanna know what ND you're at. So with some of these other companies, they just give you 3 dots and it's just an arbitrary, I think it's this stop, and it can, if you accidentally push it too far or as you're operating, it gets bumped a little farther, you just don't even really know what stop you're shooting at. So that was kind of one of the biggest issues we found with other companies who make VNDs. We try to make it more accessible. So if you are a cinematographer and you know that a 0.3 is 1 stop, a 0.6 is 2 stops, we've literally lasered engraved those on the side. So there's no more guessing. There's no more saying, I'm gonna set it to dot number 2 and just sort of wonder what that is, right? And built into the name, Cinema Hardstop. The hard stops, we've actually built it to where you can't go past a certain marking, right? So you can't go past a 2.1 and you can't go past a 0.3. Where some of these other ones, they just infinitely rotate, and what ends up happening is if you rotate it too far, you actually push it to a weird sort of no man's land where it actually gives you this weird X vignette, and it's completely unusable. And like I said, if you're operating and it gets bumped, maybe you're trying to adjust your focus and you bump it into an X vignette, it's completely ruins your footage. So by building in a hard stop, you don't even have to look at the thing. You could just rotate it all the way and know that once it hits that 1 stop, it's a 2.1, or if you rotate it the other way, it's a 0.3. And one of the things that we really try to build into a lot of our products is the functionality of being able to use multiple filters, right? If you were an artist, you wouldn't just use one paintbrush, right? So our effects filters allow you to design and stylize your image. So being able to thread on a kaleidoscope, maybe being able to stack this with a dream effects, you can put that in the front or in the back. They're completely threadable. So we actually have, if you have the 77 or the 82, there is threads on the front that say, this is on my lens and I wanted to put a kaleidoscope, a dream, a chromatic flare. Our entire lineup of threadable effects filters can go on the front or on the back of our Cinema Hardstop VNDs. So check it out. This is the Cinema Hardstop VND over at prismlenseffects.com.